I'm sure he's told you this story, that one of his teammates or something he was called and was like, oh, Ruck Bowers is the real deal because he's really good, and obviously like, there's the connection. So like, you guys exchanged anything throughout the years playing together?
We're different skill sets, I guess. I mean, it's hard to kind of replicate what he does just because he's just bigger than me a lot. And I mean, some of the stuff he does, I'm like, there's just not a possible way I could even attempt to do that with something and it would work. And it's crazy to see him do that kind of stuff.
When you say it's crazy, it does surprise me every once in a while. You're like, how does this big man run so fast?
Yeah.
I think it all the time. I'm like, there's no way he just did that. When you watch him and you're like, what?
Yeah, like sometimes he'll like snag somebody or do something and I'm like, with my size, there's no way I can do. I got to do something different because there's no way I can do that.
What's you're like a do-it-all tight end, right? We've seen you take handoff 75 yards. We've seen you truck guys. I've seen you juke guys. I've seen you moss guys. One, what's been your favorite play that you've made at Georgia? And then what's just kind of your favorite part out of all of those things?
I think my favorite play has been during the national championship, obviously scoring a touchdown. I mean, there's nothing really that gets better than that. And, I just love doing it. And, there's just not really much else.
You said after the SEC championship that you got drug tested after the national. Can you tell me a little bit more about what happened?
Oh, well,
like, did someone just come up to you like, hey, like you gotta?
No, there's always random drug testing after the national championship, and I just happened one of those random names on there, and it was not fun. We took like an hour to do that. Not fun.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, not football related. What is it like growing up in Napa?
Wherever you go, everyone's kind of like, oh, you're from Napa, like wine, and I'm like, I don't know anything about it. And
Really?
they're kind of like surprised because I'm around all the time. There's just, I see it all the time. There's a bunch of tourists, and it's kind of annoying, I guess, living there because there's nothing really to do if you're a kid. So.
Was your family involved in wine, or like how did they end up in Napa?
Not really. My dad was from there, so he ended up moving back, and then
Yeah. So your family has like no association with like.
No, not directly to wine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure you get a lot of questions about that, though, right?
Oh yeah, all the time.
There must not be a lot of guys who come out if they're going to school and playing like in Georgia.
Yeah, no, not really. I grew up watching. I think one of the last weeks to really like. He went to Oregon and he played safety there when they won like the Rose Bowl and everything. And so I grew up and I watched him as an inspiration. So.
Where was that?
John Boyette.
So as a kid, what do you do growing up in Napa? Is it just like any other place, or is it like different?
I'd say it's like any other place. Just, there's not much to do, I guess.
Yeah.
Just because you're a kid, and everyone's there for the wine, and you're just kind of like.
You never like worked on a winery or in like a wine shop or anything like that?
No, I had a bunch of friends that did though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite kind?
No.
Not into it at all.
No.
How was tell me about how you get a month in between the two games. It's kind of weird because it's in the season. Does it feel a little bit like the off season sometimes?
Yeah, it definitely does, especially at the beginning of the month, like when we're just lifting and running, and we're not doing a ton of football, I guess, at the start of the year. It feels like, it just feels like the off season pretty much, and then you gotta lock back in and get back into football mode, like game mode, I guess.
How different is the preparation? Is it just because you're kind of focusing on yourselves for a while and then you start looking at Ohio State?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was just to focus and better ourselves, I guess, during the start of it, and then we moved on to Ohio State because it's hard to focus on one team for so long, I guess, is what the coaches thought. So just kind of had a plan to attack it.
All right, thanks, Brock.
Okay.